At that age with specialised support. If it's more general, or if you have poor school results, we have really specialised support. So we've just got different channels, and that's very much awareness raising, and it's just letting people know we're here, we can help you. Have you considered, you might not be going to uni, there's other pathways for you, come talk to us.
So when you are planning for these massive engagement initiatives, you told me that you depend on the demographics of those of the participants or the audience demographics. Because you told me that young people use more Instagram, but professionals will be more on LinkedIn and so on. So you consider the demographics and the target audience. What else do you consider when you are planning for these?
Well, that's going to be a big one. It has to be the correct channel for that audience, because it's much easier for us to go somewhere that they already are and offer support there than for us to try and attract them somewhere else. We consider like the stage that they're at. Do you need another pen? I have another pen.
No, I think got one. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I made sure.
No worries.
So we consider the stage that they're at. So
their situation, current situation.
So their current situation. We consider what needs they're going to have. So, do they need a job? Do they need advice? Do they need funding? Do they need information? Do they just need someone to calm them down a little bit? A
lot of stuff I know. A lot of things you do. The budget constraints.
Budget's difficult, because we're a public sector organisation. We have quite limited budget, so we have to be really smart about what we do with it. That's why we put so much consideration into the audience development, because we know that we have to rely on, like for example, online specifically, we have to rely on organic engagement so much, because paid engagement is expensive. So we have to make sure that we're doing everything else really well, because we can't afford to just kind of bombard people with messages. So, for example, like a lot of our this is why we do campaigns like Scottish Apprenticeship Week, because we can get more bang for our buck by having 1 week of a big spend than trying to eke that out over an entire year. So that's one of the reasons we do it in that way.
And this is good, actually. So, do you think any methods of engagement that you used or thought about and then you said, no, this is not successful, I will not be using it anymore?
Oh gosh. I mean, I would be thinking really specific. It depends on the audience.
So it depends on the audience, yes.
I would say some events have been very unsuccessful. That's a difficult one. Sometimes it's just about timing. So we had to reschedule some events for Scottish Apprenticeship Week because that was the week that the snow came and everything got cancelled.
I don't want to remember this time. I was just locked at home, going to uni and
believe
then
me,
emails.
I was locked in the house, extremely miserable. But we had a bunch of events that were going to happen, and I think the first 2 days worth were basically just all scrapped because nobody could go anywhere. And we rescheduled some of them, but we rescheduled them for really bad times.
Because at that time, all people are rescheduling everything, so...
It's not so much that. We kind of timed Scottish Apprenticeship Week to tie in when schools are starting to wind down a bit because people who are leaving. So the exam period hasn't started yet, the sort of study leave period has started. So we know young people are kind of free to come to our events. The trouble was we then hosted events that were focused on young people and we had them on the Monday, like the first day they came back from Easter holiday. So well, no one's going to come. And of course no one came because that was really badly timed. So things like that we have timing. Done. And timing's a big thing for us. I don't know if I've been there long enough to have tried anything that massively failed yet.
It's all about timing.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, especially for something that there is no incentives or rewards for it.
Because we're such a kind of research-focused organisation, and it's a really good team in there that they know what they're doing, they tend not to have a lot of failures. I think we can see failure coming and go, hang on, we're not going to do this.
Yeah.
So, for example, Snapchat's an example of something where it's being punted around and we can already see this isn't going to work for us.
And it's coming down, by the way.
Yeah.
So the usage rate of Snapchat, it was like it made a boom at the beginning, and everybody was using the filters and everything.
Yeah.
And then Instagram came with filters, Facebook came with other filters. So
yeah, and then you don't have to close one app and open another. And fundamentally, social media makes people very lazy. So
I know.
Yeah. So that doesn't really work for us. So yeah.
So those people who are engaging with you, what would be their main characteristics? Which means that what would be, I don't mean characteristics, but like what would differ those engaged people than not engaged one?
That's a really good question with us
because they're proactive. They want to engage. I
think particularly we struggle. The people, particularly see the young people who are not engaged with us. They're really hard to reach. So that's partly why we engage parents to get to them. But there's a huge difference between the young people who are there because they're like, I want to have a career, I want to do well, I'm quite ambitious anyway, I'm quite conscientious. Yeah. And then you get the young people who are like, I don't really care, I'm 16, I'm in a park drunk, I'm not interested. They're hard to reach, and it's a complete. It's not even as if there's kind of like a narrow thing. They're either crazy, mega engaged with us, and 100% on board and will use us, and never want to hear from us. There's no in between. It's a real extreme, particularly with young people.
Yeah, I know. And for employers,
more often than not, if they're not engaged with us, it's because they don't know about us. So that's our barrier. We've not really had a lot of employers who choose not to be engaged with us. We struggle with employers outside the central belt.
Yeah.
Purely because our headquarters are in Glasgow, and also the majority of the population's in Glasgow.
Yeah.
We find it quite hard to reach out to people in like Inverness, in Ross Shire, in the Western Isles, in Shetland, Orkney. That's tough.
Yeah.
So they'll be in touch with us, but very much at an arm's length, and that's probably geography.
Yeah. I know. So, if I can say that the timing would be a success factor for most of your events, what would be the other success factors?
I would probably say the strength of the actual agenda and what we're doing that day. So the events where we've got a really clear purpose and objective run a lot better than the ones where we do. Yeah. So the events where we're just kind of told to have an event, they can feel like a waste of time. Yeah. The events where we've got a really specific, here's what we're here to do, here's what you're going to get from the day, here's the opportunities, those run a lot better.
Yeah. And do you run competitions? Yeah, because it should be.
I don't think we're
prizes, rewards, but
yeah. Again, public sector is not our bag.
Yeah.
We do awards, but it's more merit based. So we do the apprenticeship awards, and it's like Employer of the Year, Training Provider of the Year, Apprentice of the Year. We get employers to nominate their apprentices for awards, and then we do a big ceremony. They come, they get a little trophy.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, so we do apprenticeship awards.
Do you use such events of awards for bringing in new prospected?
Yes, because we promote them really heavily.
Okay.
They're a really good tool for young people.
Okay.
Because it's this sort of recognition. We do a lot of really direct stories about the apprentices, how where they've come from, what they do now, their success stories.
Yeah.
Very kind of inspirational type marketing. For employers, we recognise that they have a gap because we know there's an opportunity to use the awards to promote
for
services
themselves.
to them. Yeah. So we're exploring what we can do with that. One of the things we're doing this year is, like, for example, is we added an award category, and it's for like mentor of the year. So like the person who actually directly trains the young person on the job.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get the employers to be engaged in that, get them more involved. Usually what it means as well is that they'll push that out to their networks. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy at all.
And employers